Hey guys, what is up? It is the Fast Break Report here, bringing you guys another vlog. And today took a hard left fucking turn. Let me tell you, I did not expect this to happen. The San Antonio Spurs traded DeJounte Murray to the Atlanta Hawks for 3 first-round picks, Danilo Gallinari, and I think a second-round pick swap or whatever. We're still getting the details on it. This dropped about an hour ago. But the Atlanta Hawks got their guy. Trae Young is getting his wish. He wanted to play with DeJounte Murray. And you want to know the craziest part about this fucking trade? Is the Hawks didn't give up John Collins. Okay? Can you believe that? The Atlanta Hawks got DeJounte Murray and didn't give up John Collins. Like, what fucking year are we living in? I remember I used to see shit as a kid, right? Like, I remember hearing things like when Kobe Bryant was gonna get traded to the Chicago Bulls, or, Dwayne Wade eventually did end up playing for the Chicago Bulls, but I remember hearing things about Dwayne Wade going to the Chicago Bulls, and Carmelo Anthony going to the Chicago Bulls, and Kobe Bryant going to the Chicago Bulls. I remember hearing all these things as a kid, and they never came to fruition, really. And nowadays, it seems like if a player wants to fucking go somewhere, it's gonna happen. So let's talk about this a little bit, because it seems like, for the face value, it seems a little bit like a weird fit, right? Like, how is DeJounte Murray going to fit playing next to Trae Young? And the crazy part is they kept John Collins. They kept John Collins, of all people. I thought for sure they would have to give up John Collins, and the Spurs were like, nah, we'll just take 3 first-rounders and, Danilo Gallinari off your hands, and you can have our 25-year-old all-star. I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. I thought DeJounte Murray was gonna be a huge part of the San Antonio Spurs' future. I think he's a great point guard. I think he's gonna be even better in Atlanta, but this opens up a whole realm of possibilities for the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm going to tell you why, okay? First of all, I think it's no secret at this point that Trae Young is a complete fucking liability on defense. I mean, the guy is one of the worst defenders in the league at the guard position, and now you take that pressure off of Trae Young. Okay, DeJounte Murray does a lot for Trae Young in this whole trade, because now Trae Young isn't going to be asked to defend the best guard on the other team now. That's going to be DeJounte Murray's job. I mean, the Atlanta Hawks now have arguably 2 of the best passing guards in the entire NBA on their roster, in Trae Young and DeJounte Murray. And on top of that, I think the fit here is going to seem a little weird at first, mostly for Trae Young. And the reason I say that is because for the past couple years, ever since Trae Young has actually been in the NBA, he's been a pretty much ball-dominant guard, okay? He's been, like the Steph Curry without really being Steph Curry, if we can make that comparison. And the reason I say that is because Steph Curry is able to play on-ball or off-ball. Trae Young, we have not really seen him be an off-ball scorer, you know what I'm saying? We haven't really seen him run around screens and shoot threes and stuff like that, because he pretty much always has the ball in his fucking hands. On top of that, the Atlanta Hawks never really had a guy that they could give the ball to allow Trae Young to do that. So the idea that they're getting DeJounte Murray opens up a whole new realm of possibilities for Trae Young, and it opens up the possibility for Trae Young to become a way better off-ball scorer. And I like that. I like the sound of that. I like the idea of Trae Young being more than just a one-dimensional player, okay? He's gotten better at, finishing around the basket the past couple of years. His floater's, pretty much automatic. And I like this because now it doesn't matter who brings the ball up the floor, really. I mean, for the most part, it's probably going to be DeJounte Murray. But the other thing I kind of worry about here is, it's a little weird in the way it's all going to work. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to have Trae Young playing the 2, but he's not going to be really defending the 2, or maybe he won't be defending the 1. You know what I'm saying? It's just every game, I feel like the Atlanta Hawks defensive scheme is just going to be a little bit different depending on who they play against, okay? So that's that. The one question I'm basically asking, I guess you could say, is when they play the Warriors, I'm assuming DeJounte Murray's going to guard Steph Curry and Trae Young's going to be tasked with guarding Klay Thompson. And I don't really know how that's going to work, or vice versa. The good news about this is DeJounte Murray can switch onto pretty much anybody on the guard position. So adding DeJounte Murray adds a level of defense to this team that it desperately needed for a long time. And when you look at it from the Spurs side of things as well, they didn't exactly give DeJounte Murray up for nothing. I mean, they got 3 first-round picks out of it. So they're going to be getting somebody in the draft. It's just, I think to myself, they got Jeremy Shohan in the draft. They got Malachi Branham in the draft as well. So they just drafted another guard out of Notre Dame. I think Blake Wesley is his name. So they kind of did get DeJounte Murray's replacement in the draft. It's just San Antonio's clearly hitting the full-on fucking rebuild button here. I don't think they're going to bring back Lonnie Walker. So they're freeing up cap space. I mean, they were going to have to offer DeJounte Murray the max in a couple years anyway, and I think they were just kind of like, you know what, let's just get it off our books. Let's just clean slate it because, you know, obviously DeJounte Murray was progressing faster than the San Antonio Spurs were becoming successful, if that makes any sense. I mean, they got rid of Aldridge. They got rid of DeMar DeRozan. You might as well just get rid of Murray, too, and that's exactly what they did. So I like this trade for Atlanta. I don't love it for San Antonio. You know what I'm saying? I think they could have maybe gotten something better back than just Danilo Gallinari. You know, maybe a DeAndre Hunter or something like that. But this is just amazing to me for the Atlanta Hawks, because not only is Trae Young going to benefit from this, but John Collins is going to benefit from this. DeAndre Hunter is going to benefit from this. If they manage to keep Clint if they manage to keep Clint Capella, try saying that 5 times fast, I think Clint Capella is going to benefit from this as well. So I like it. I'm going to be honest. I like the move. They got rid of Danilo Gallinari, and wow, this is kind of exciting. You know, I'm actually excited to watch the Atlanta Hawks this year. I don't watch very many Hawks games, but I will definitely be watching more of them now, because this is going to change the entire dynamic of their offense, okay? You can now have Trae Young go one-on-one, you know what I'm saying, with the ball in his hands, or, you know, you could let DeJounte Murray bring it up, pass it off to DeAndre Hunter, John Collins, Trae Young. I mean, not only are they getting, you know, a damn good defender, they're getting a damn good facilitator too. And I just think to myself, man, like, the Hawks could be scary. They're going to be a little scurry, okay? I think the Atlanta Hawks realize that the East is pretty fucking stacked at this point. I mean, and now they're bringing in another guard from the West into the East, so the Atlanta Hawks are a legitimate threat now. You know, you got Boston, you got Milwaukee, Brooklyn, we have yet to see what they're going to do. Kyrie Irving did opt into his player option, but we have to see what's going to happen with KD. There's just a lot going on in the East right now. Chicago is, you know, they're a piece or two away, I think. But yeah, okay, the shit just got real in the East, and it's nice to see a team like Atlanta, who I feel like underperformed last year. I realized, like, well, the fucking teams around us ain't getting much worse, guys. So they were like, okay, let's make a big splash and get DeJounte Murray. And you know what? It's nice also that they're accommodating Trae Young, because Trae Young's wanted to play with DeJounte Murray. I mean, looking at the reports, it appears as if Trae Young really wanted to play with him. And, you know, if you're keeping your, I guess you could say, franchise player happy, or your superstar player, or what have you, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you can keep your star player happy, and you I guess you could say, make them even happier by adding a guy they wanted to play with, that's good news for the long term. So I don't know, man. We'll have to wait and see how this offense goes, but holy shit, I did not expect this to happen. Not for 3 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari, though, either. Like, I expected John Collins to be out the fucking door, and they managed to keep John Collins. They kept fucking John Collins. That's insane to me. So, tell me what you guys think about this down below in the comment section below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions on this. A like helps me out. Subscribe if you guys want to see more on the Fast Break Report, and I'm out of this motherfucker. Peace, guys.